We interrupt this program for an important...
Yow!
I need to know how to fix Xbox One controller lag.
That is sometimes an issue with HD TVs as it tries to generate the new screen you've selected.
How on earth would I fix that?
Go into the TV settings and switch it over to game mode. That's usually under the advanced settings menu.
Of course it is on an advanced level. Yet I've heard that changes like that do not always work.
Some TVs turn off the game mode when you change the input, though this issue is worst with Vizio 3D TVs. You could avoid it by selecting to have all your inputs in game mode, including TV and video signal. Then you do not have to switch to game mode every time you decide to play.
Or never turn off the TV.
Do you know how much power that uses? Or the risk of overheating the TV doing that?
I think I have a Sony TV.
Then the settings are on the options menu, Scene Select sub-menu. And on any TV, reduce picture processing elements like motion smoothing, noise reduction and dynamic contrast engines.
What could I do aside from mess with TV settings for the lag?
Do not get an ultra-high definition TV. They have even worse lag than HD TV.
Let's look for solutions other than messing with the TV.
Try playing it online. If you see a lot of lag that way, the problem is the game, not the controller.
I could test that just by playing a different game.
You could also try a different HDMI cable. You'd be surprised how many people think it is a software problem, when it is really hardware.
Cables are peripheral.
Some cables and some TVs add lags of up to 160 milliseconds, according to Forbes magazine. If you are playing a time-sensitive game, that's enough to make the difference between life and Respawn life.
What if it is just a latency issue?
Check the network connection. You may need to give the router instructions to give the wireless controller and Xbox the highest priority on the setting. And make sure nothing else is interfering with it, like a wireless security camera.
Not sure I can get away with telling others not to use the wireless router.
Make sure they have not turned their phones into a mobile Wi-Fi hotspot right next to your controller, since that could interfere with it.
And we're back to troubleshooting hardware again.
Make sure the TV doesn't have a high refresh rate like 120 Hz or 240 Hz, but refresh rate is set to 60 Hz so the screen can keep up with the game.
You'd think there's a software update to fix this.
You could check to make sure the controller firmware gets updated, on top of the Xbox General OS updates.